Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olu province of Biafra London. We are here live and direct. Today is the 29th day of March 2025. Being Saturday. I'm very sorry for the technical issue. I have been battling technical issue since, and I am able to overcome it, and we must continue. As I was saying, this is where you can hear the reality. That is truth. Uncompromised. You know, 1 + 1 is 2. It's mathematical. That is truth. Therefore, whatever we say here, it is liable to cross-examination. It is liable to challenges with facts and figures. That is why this is our parliament, where we discuss about issues, about ideology. Because the only thing that binds, that can bring us together, is ideology. And that is why we say always, right from beginning, Biafra remains our ideology. You know, the founding fathers of the United States, they did many things. But one of the things, issues which they did, was the unification of the 13 colonies of USA. You know, uniting a people is not easy. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Because as our faces are different, so is our mentalities. Therefore, in order to unite a people, it's not easy. That is why we must always applaud Mazi, who is the leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, for uniting us under one umbrella. That is IPOB. And we must continue. Therefore, before I continue to the topic of today's submission, let me read today's IPOB press release. Today being 29th day of March 2025. 29th day of March 2025. IPOB press release of 29th March 2025. Regrettable mob action against the Hausas in Edo State, a sign of mistrust among ethnic groups. Divide Nigeria to avoid implosion. IPOB. The noble family and movement of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, worldwide, condemned the killing of traveling northerners, precisely Hausa tribe in Edo State. The jungle justice meted on some of the purported Hausa hunters transiting from Edo State is regrettable, as the indigenous Hausas are equally facing ethnic annihilation in the hands of the Fulani invaders. The global family of IPOB wants our southern brethren to understand that Hausas are never the problem or the problems of the indigenous people in Nigeria. Indigenous Hausa people are harmless, hardworking, and accommodating, unlike the Fulani ethnic group. Indigenous Hausas are being forced to flee their ancestral communities by the marauding Fulani terrorists and bandits. In that regard, IPOB is advising the southern brethren not to attack Hausas in the region, but to treat them as victims of oppression. People should try and distinguish between Hausas and Fulani ethnic groups. Hausas are victims of subjugation and oppression in the hands of the Fulani ethnic groups. The barbaric attack and murder by the civilians in Edo State must have been as a result of ongoing bitterness and frustration from unaddressed Fulani terrorists and kidnapping activities that have been going on in Edo State. However, it's rather ignorance or stupidity for any northerner, whether Hausa or Fulani or others, to enter any southern bushes or forests for a so-called hunting. The reason is that Nigerians, particularly in the south, have been crying and protesting against Fulani kidnappers and killers. Many people have been victims of Fulani kidnapping daily. To make the matters worse, the Nigerian government and her murderous security forces feign ignorance of the kidnapping activities of the Fulani terrorists and bandits in the south. The result is that every northerner, including the innocent ones, have become a prime suspect. Nigerians are already provoked because the Nigerian government and her security have abandoned the people to their fate when it comes to security. Even when some of these Fulani kidnappers are apprehended and handed over to the police by the locals, with one call from Abuja, the police will release the Fulani kidnapped suspects. As a result, the people have lost confidence in the Nigerian society agencies, or Nigerian security agencies, and have become a law unto themselves. Having identified these purported Hausa hunters with some of their supposed hunting weapons, the anger and suspicion of the people led to the unfortunate lynching of the men. We therefore advise the southern brethren to avoid ethnic profiling and attacks to all northerners. All the northerners are not harmful, but those Fulani terrorists and kidnappers inside the bushes are a threat to all the indigenous people in Nigeria, even Hausa included. Indigenous people of Hausas are facing extermination like indigenous people of Biafra and indigenous people of Oduduwa. The IPOB global family condemns the unfortunate attack and killing of some purported Hausa traveling to the north for the Salah celebration. We join others in asking for a proper investigation into the case. We caution the police from raiding and indiscriminate arrest, which is the usual thing in the south. As the tempos are high, the leaders from the north and south must advise their people not to take laws into their own hands. Nigeria's security is at a fragile state. There is a serious ethnic mistrust in Nigeria, and any ethnic spark may leave Nigeria in a very sorry state. IPOB wants to exit Nigeria peacefully without shedding of innocent blood. That's why we have constantly asked that Nigeria be balkanized peacefully. Nigerians know that Nigeria is an unworkable union, forced to remain in a cage while fighting and killing themselves at the entertainment of the British colonialists and their political savages. IPOB commiserates with the families of those men who were attacked and killed by frustrated, angry mobs in Edo State. We call for calm as authorities should carry out investigation and prosecution of the culprits. More so, the innocent northerners should avoid entering the bushes in the south for whatever reason in these fragile security situations in Nigeria. If you want to hunt or fish, please do that in the north. Fulani terrorists and kidnappers have already created suspicion in the minds of every southerner with their unrepentant terrorist and kidnapping activities. The attack and the barbaric jungle justice of these houses is a very regrettable one. We hope and pray that such action should not repeat itself anywhere in Nigeria until Nigeria is dissolved peacefully. Comrade Emma Powerful, Media and Publicity Secretary for IPOB. Of course, we condemn that type of barbaric act. That is barbarism. But in other words, in perspective, why we are in this mess, people are killing each other, is because we are in one Nigeria. That is it. We are forced to live inside one cage where both baboons, donkeys, monkeys, jaguar, lion, hyena, all are mixed up together, living side by side, eating ourselves raw. As IPOB puts it, to the entertainment of the British creator. They are being entertained. Don't you see? When as the barbaric act was a video that sent to social media. Imagine King Charles watching it. It's amusing to themselves. They say, look at all these monkeys. Look at what we have created. Look at what we have created. They are mothering each other like very primitive Neanderthals, hunter-gatherers. They love it. It entertains them. Do you see that? Whereas they are the people that put us in this mess. Why can't look at ordinary Yugoslavia? Yugoslavia divided into pieces. Today they are doing very well. Why should we continue in this mess of killing ourselves, ethnic bigotry? We must be one. Why are we saving Nigeria to kill people? Why? We are just saving that geographical entity, so, at the expense of human beings, human lives. Do you think that, for example, let me put it in this way: if people that are traveling in this way and they identify as their ID cards become they are from Benin Republic, do you think that any person will attack them? The answer is no. They will be respected. Oh, these are foreigners. These are foreigners. They don't have any problem. These are foreigners. Are you hearing me? But the mess being created, we are together with these savages, the Fulani terrorists, what they are committing. All of them, the whole Nigerian federal government, everybody will be. Look at Hamufu massacres there by the same Fulani terrorists. In Edo, the same thing. In Oyo, Oduduwa, the same thing. In different parts of Biafra land, the same thing. The same people, Fulani. Now, people will cry, protest. You don't hear them from the Nigerian government. No them. Igbo governors, they do as if their ears are blocked. They don't hear. Don't you? Sometimes I become afraid. I say, what is happening? Why is this agenda so open to the glaring of everybody? Why can't every indigenous population pour out on the streets and go to every government house and make sure to bring all these people from the government houses they are? I mean, in the south. Let's start from the south. In the south, because there's one thing I notice. In the north, they have more tribes more than in the south by far. In the north, more than 70% of Nigerian tribes, they are divided into different ethnic tribes. In the north, they have them more than more than 70% are in the north, more than the south. But do you know that? You don't know, because you are made to understand that tribes are too much only in the south, even in the south. In Biafra land only. But it's life from the pit of hell. These are things we discovered from their lies. They made sure to blur the ethnic, to cover up the many ethnic lines in the north, so that you call them the north. You don't know that Babangida is not a Hausa. Babangida thing is from Bagi tribe. The other day they were having clashes. They were fighting with the Hausas in Niger State over land. But you don't know that. When you see Babangida, you say no, he's a Hausa or no. It's never that. Tafawa Belewa is never Hausa. Are you hearing me? It's Gere tribe, Gerewa, and that tribe is no more in existence. It's almost extinct. They have been absorbed in Hausa. That is one thing you should understand. But they use one collective word, not. Don't you hear when some Hausas, when the Hausas in the other time they are saying that there is nothing like Ariwa? You know, Ariwa is a northern word for north. North. It's a Hausa word for north. North. Ugu. Ugu. South Wendeda. Are you hearing it? That is east west. Ugu Ariwa. Ariwa is never a country. It is just an Hausa word for north. So we ignorantly unite them using that word north. Do you see how words can galvanize the people? How you can use word in order to confuse people? But when it comes to our side, instead of calling south, now you start dividing everybody. Before you know, you start mentioning Igbo. So that we can be divided into pieces. Instead, as they called north, why not call south? Why not we be united and be calling south? No. Because we are under bondage. So for your information, I know the northern governors, they have issued a statement that let me see, that we won't accept killing of northerners in Edo, northern governors. Now, if if anything happens to, for example, what has been happening in our land, Fulani terrorists everywhere, do you ever see statements by southern governors? No. Tell me now, have you ever had it? Only 2020 that southern governors came together, which the Fulani tried and successfully made sure that they thwarted them. Do you ever hear statement by southern governors? That is why they feel superior. Are you hearing me? They pitch Yoruba against Igbo. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Now the Yoruba is thinking that they are fighting. You don't know that they are doing to the benefit of the caliphate, the Fulani caliphate. Whenever you hear the north, no, is the caliphate, the Sokoto caliphate. That is the Fulani caliphate. That is it. Because they impose. They make sure that they impose on you, load it on you, whether you accept or you don't accept. You are not. So, and these other indigenous people in the north are also victims of Fulani colonization, Fulani terrorism. They are taking them away, killing them in wholesale, but they will come to outside and say, "Oh, they're not." No. Now, between you and them, irrespective of their differences, they will come up and say they're not. The northern governors. Do you have southern governors? No, Guanam, tell me now. Do you have Southern Governors Forum? Tell me. Even Southeast Forum, they don't. Governors Forum. They don't meet face to face. They don't meet because they are being handled by. They are. I mean, they are faithful, loyal to their parties more than their people by far. They don't care about their people because it's not their people that put them there. So they are loyal to the party, to their party. Look at Hope Uzodimma. He say he can kill even if it's only 2 people that is remaining in Imo State, he is ready to rule only 2 people. That is how bad it is. Therefore, can the Southern government, I mean governors, make a statement and say we Southern governors? Do it now. If you are strong, do it. You did it in 2020 and the all hell broke loose and you were afraid. Very fearful set of people. You when you see them how they go to school, for Northerners, they don't go to school. You don't know that they are more intelligent than you by far. They issued statement saying Northerners, Northern governors, calling these people Northerners. Statement saying Northerners, Northern governors, calling these people Northerners. That is the frustration of the people. I am not in support of lynching people. Mob justice is a symbol of a failed state where government does not work, where government institutions do not work. That is why people take law into their hands, and in a very barbaric and primitive way. That is what we are seeing in Nigeria. People will be crying everywhere. Oh, Fulanis are killing. No way. The Nigerian security behave as if they don't have ear. We see countless upon countless testimonies eyewitnesses account of if the Fulani are on the rampage, destroying a village in any part of the south. The Nigerian military will do as if they don't know. They will be there, but no, they will not come. It is after they have finished killing people, now they will come in order to act as a buffer between any retaliation, so that there will be no retaliation. And sometimes when the Nigerian military see all these Fulani terrorists heavily armed, they will tell the people, no, we are not going. It's order from above that we should not go. We should not pursue them inside the bush. How do you want people to survive in that way? How? Tell me. When open injustice, a government is killing, tactically supporting terrorists killing their own people. How do you equate that? So this is what I am going to say about it. IPOB has released press statements condemning that, and also warning our people should be in the north. You know, Imandibo, that was the Emehase Obasadam. You know, concern me now. No, you know, concern me. You know, concern me. No, be let me tell you, these people, they might also use this opportunity in order to wale some of our people, Igbo people. You should be at alert in any part of the northern part of Nigeria as an Igbo person. But one thing we assure them, IPOB have said it, we assure them, if they ever, you know, Nigeria is sitting on the keg of gunpowder. If ever Igbos are attacked anywhere in the north because of what happened in Edo State, all hell will break loose. I'm telling you honestly. This is not a time when Igbo people will be massacred and no person speaks for them, no reaction. They will give Ohaneze and Igbo money, and in order to keep quiet, to bury their people in mass graves in the north. It will never happen this time. Instead, everywhere will be in flame. I'm telling you. So, for these northerners, for this Fulani Caliphate, I'm not talking of for this Fulani Caliphate, know that. And let me tell the Hausas and other tribes in the north, you are being used by the Caliphate as willing tools. You know, Ahmad Bello call you willing tools that they are going to use you in order to conquer the south. You know, as this thing happened, this lynching, it happens against the Hausas. Hausas are not Fulanis, but now they will, you know, they will make you believe that they are with you. I mean the Fulani, that they are protecting you. It's life from the pit of hell. It is high time that you wriggle out of this their cage, this their colonialism. Stop allowing yourself to be used as an Hausa, as a Gbagia, by the Fulani, because the Fulani, they are in charge in the north completely. They are in charge. They are the emirs, they are the governors, they are the political hierarchies in everywhere, including even Nasarawa, that has nothing to do with Fulani. All of them, they are there. It is Hausa Muslim, I mean Fulani Muslims, is them. For you to understand how they want to change the demography of everywhere, starting from the north. But IPOB is here in order to put a stop in their madness. We must continue. As I said, let me go direct to there is a news. It said, fire raises section of Onitsha main market, Anambra State. Fire again. A whole Onitsha main market. A whole Onitsha. Fire. Is it not what we preach here all the time? Our people, will they hear? No, they don't hear. Instead of losing billions, contribute money. Nigeria, don't wait for government. You know, pretend that government does not exist. You know, make arrangement with innocent. He will build, you know, you buy this fire extinguishing vehicles from him. Make it a point of duty in order to do self-protection against fire. Because this fire, any fire that comes up, that raises up in the market, it renders many people, hundreds if not thousands of people, back to village, poor, very poor. It renders them back to square one. So if you contribute any sum of money in the market just to build a standard fire service, it can solve this problem. Fire service people will be stationed there morning, afternoon, night. They will be interchanging. You can pay them. It's nothing. It's nothing when it comes to the market. The revenue that comes through that market, please let our people understand how to form cooperative and in order to solve collective problems. Not everybody individual. You are individual now. I beg. I know what now. Waiting at my shop where I build. I have my private fire extinguishing this automatic fire extinguisher in my own shop. That your own shop, it cannot solve nothing until everybody have that amenity. That is when things will be okay. Some will say, "Oh my daddy, you have told me that there is nothing, no fire can touch you." That is stupidity. You have prayed this year, declare that no fire. Oh, my DB have told me that there is nothing like a fire. Fire will never touch your goods. So you have done it. That is primitive belief, era, primitive time. Going back to primitive time, you are believing all these things. Solve problems physically, because with this in this era, with the way it's supposed to be. All these things do not help. Are you hearing me? Every time fire, rendering thousands if not millions of our people back to square one. It doesn't make sense, honestly. It doesn't make sense. At least 5 Shiites shot dead, others injured after soldiers used live ammunition on protesters. That is Nigeria for you. They don't. Nigerian police, they are not trained to use maybe pepper spray, tear gas, or even hand to solve problem with to deal with unarmed protesters, to deal with civilian protesters, citizens protesters. They are not trained to do so. Don't you see protests everywhere in Istanbul, in Turkey? How many people have been killed? No, none. They use all these non-lethal materials like pepper spray, hot water, to scare crowd. That is how it is. But in Nigeria, no. It's only in Nigeria you see policemen can never run. They don't run to pursue a petty thief. No, they don't run. They bring out the AK-47 that in their 7 lifetimes they will not know how to produce it, how to manufacture it. All of them are armed with all these big guns. Kalashnikov that was produced by Russia. Before you know, somebody that is not armed, normally, if a criminal they are robbers, they are criminals, they are terrorists. They are not trained to pursue people with leg and use maybe martial art, or they are trained prowess. They are trained the system in order to catch a thief. No, it's gone. They must shoot you. People that are protesting in a democracy, in a democratic space, why shoot them? Why shoot them? Some people might say, Why are they making noise? Why in a democracy there must be noise all the time? Are you hearing what I'm saying? In any country that call themselves democratic, there must be noise. The people must be protesting. It's normal. But in the case of Nigeria, you come out, they shoot. You come out, they shoot you. This is a democracy that is being held by Britain. Oh, it's the largest democracy, Nigeria. But they shoot protesters. Ask yourself, in London, in England, do they shoot protesters? The answer is no. France used to record the worst form of protest with violence. Have you forgotten the yellow vest? Different protests in France. They're very violent. It used to turn violence. People used to burn cars, but none of them are being shot with live ammunition. Never. What you see is spray, pepper spray, tear gas. Highest, they use a rubber bullet that can never kill you. But in Nigeria, everything is shoot them. The worst part of it is that these people that are shooting, this military personnel, they are suffering like the people they are killing. They are suffering. There was a news, I don't know where I put it again. A Chinese businessman in Nigeria ordered his police guard, or official Nigerian police guard, to shoot a Nigerian. I don't know whether he says to shoot who. I don't know where I put that news headline. I'm telling you, a foreigner ordered his police orderly to shoot a Nigerian. I think Nigerian immigration. Yes. Why should they stop him? And that zombie shot. Who said that slavery, transatlantic slavery have finished? No. Zombie. They tell a foreigner tell you, shoot your brother, and you shoot. It does. This shows you sometimes. Do they make any sense? I'm telling you, I doubt. This shows you they don't make sense at all. They don't make sense. They're only surviving. For example, you are in China. It doesn't matter, you are CEO of one company, you are a businessman. You order a Chinese police to shoot a Chinese personnel, a Chinese citizen, because maybe a stop you feel that is disturbing you. Show me your paper. What is your paper? So you say, why can you ask me? You know I have contact with our Abuja. He said, no, but I need this, I need your document. He said, no, I have police. Oh yeah, shoot him. Police is a Nigerian. The person they command him to shoot is a Nigerian. And the person carry gun. Chaka, bam, boom. Shot the person. An immigration officer. What do you call that? Or is that, do Nigerians make sense at all? There is no sense at all. I read that news. I saw that news. I read it. I said, my goodness me. What is all this? We are talking about slave trading, whereas it is happening in our curriculum. That person, why should it? In order to satisfy his foreign master, a foreigner in 21st century, come to your country, hire you because he's giving you money, pay you. Now we command you to kill somebody, and you carry gun, check him, kill that person. So the Chinese person Chinese organ will protect you, and he will. Why do we call that place a country? Very sad indeed. Honestly, is disheartening. When anywhere you are living, when they are calling you Orango Tango, please answer. answer it with joy. I'm telling you, because the way Nigerians behave, the way black people behave, sometimes it makes you start wondering, how does these people, how can they change? You can do everything for money, even to eat your brother's flesh. No, let me go direct to the topic of my submission today. Today is 19th March 2025, Obochenko, being Saturday, a day that is dedicated to religious discussions. Today I want to talk about knowledge and intelligence. Knowledge and intelligence. That is the topic of my submission today. Let us, sometimes we go to 101, and that is how that is Otako, so that we also talk. Because when you are going to 300, level 300, 400, you think that people are following. No, we go back to kindergarten, so that we carry everybody, or we carry everybody along. Now, I'm talking about knowledge and intelligence. Knowledge. Intelligence is the ability to acquire and apply knowledge and skills. The ability, that is the key word. The ability to acquire and apply knowledge and skills. That is intelligence. He's very intelligent, very sharp guy. He's very intelligent because he have the ability to learn. He have the ability to acquire knowledge, because maybe he's being taught knowledge, but the ability to acquire it. Some are slow in acquiring. They have low IQ, lower intelligence than others. Now, but knowledge is facts, knowledge, information, and the skills are acquired through experience or education. The ability to acquire this is called intelligence. Now, this knowledge is facts, information, and skills acquired through experience or education. The theoretical or practical understanding of a subject or profession. That is knowledge. Now, the ability to think, learn, communicate, and control our environment makes humanity genuinely different from all other animals. That is why humans are called advanced animals. We are advanced. Human beings are called advanced animals because of the ability to think, learn, communicate, and control our environment. That is what makes us different from other animals. Other animals cannot do what humans do. Other animals might be intelligent, but to their own level, to their own standard. When you have a dog, you see a dog, you say, now this dog is very, very intelligent. What does it mean? Does it mean that the dog can come and repair a car? Does it mean that the dog can come and cook a boiled egg for you? No. You measure that dog with the standard of dogs. There are dogs that maybe you teach them one word for 2 weeks. There are others that can take 1 month for them to start understanding. So you say, this one is sharp, because you maybe something that might take 2 months for a dog to understand, you took it 1 or 2 weeks. That is your standard. Only you call the name, it come. You say, it's very sharp, because that is the standard. But you cannot, because of maybe you call a name of a person and he answer you. You say, this man is intelligent. No. There are other things. That is a standard. Every human being have the standard of human being is infinite, but that of other animals are limited. It's very, very low. There is no way a chimpanzee will be smart for him to go and start cooking food. to light fire and start cooking food, prepare food for you to eat. It's impossible. Or prepare food for themselves, boil the food. No, it's impossible. Are you hearing me? But you can see a chimpanzee, they say, oh, he's smart. They have taught her, he was able to learn 1, 2, 3, maybe to till 20. Hey, he said he's very, very smart. And he learned it maybe for for 20 years. Do you see? But human being, within that 20 years, he have become a professional doctor. He have become a genius in his own profession. So that is the difference. You know, I'm coming from a primary stage for you to understand what it means. The ability to think, learn, communicate, and control our environment makes humanity genuinely different from all other animals. That's why that's why humans are called advanced animals, because we are all animals, but we are advanced. Humans have much bigger brains relative to body size and in absolute size than other mammals, and have a level of intelligence that other animals don't. There are many advantages to intelligence, such as the ability to plan and cooperate, innovate new techniques, and share information about what works. These are the qualities of intelligent, advanced human being. Are you hearing what I'm saying? These are the real human beings. These things, the ability to plan, cooperate, innovate new techniques, and share information about what works. That is why here on Radio Biafra, Mazi put a standard that we must bow to superior arguments. We don't come here to talk just for talking. No, it must undergo cross-examination. That is why we open lines when after everything. You don't just finish and lock and you are the judge, the jury. No person asks questions. No, here people are required to ask questions and bring opposite opinions to counter what you say, in order to test your standard or the standard of what you are preaching. That is what makes us exceptional. That is what makes Radio Biafra exceptional, because we are trying to restore a genuine country, genuine independence, genuine liberation, where it will never happen without genuinely liberating our mentality. Physical liberation becomes elusive when we cannot, first of all, liberate ourselves mentally. That is why we must dialogue. We must talk to ourselves. We must accept and listen to opposing opinions and get the points, so that we bow down to superior argument. That's why anytime I mount on this podium, I always call. I say, please, if what I'm saying, if you don't agree, call. I love it, so that we can debate in order to learn from each other. You learn from me, I learn from you, and the people, listeners, will also learn. That is what made America what they are today. Are you hearing me? They argued. Do you know that there was a time the American founding fathers do you know that there was a time the American founding fathers, people like George Washington, people like Thomas Jefferson, people like John Adams, Benjamin Franklin, Alexander Hamilton, John Jay, James Madison, etc. Do you know that there was a time they had to travel by sea? No aircraft that time, 18th century. They had to travel to Europe from America. The purpose of their traveling is nothing but to listen to the voice of revolution, the voice of awakening, the voice of reason. That is what molded their thoughts, so that they were able to found America in the way of awakening, the Renaissance. America is a product of the awakening. is an experimental country that works very, very well. Do you know that? America you are enjoying today. People will travel, they travel, the American founding fathers, they had to leave America, go to Europe. Sometimes maybe to cross Atlantic, they can stay 6 months on the sea, risking their lives, because that time there was nothing like aircraft. That time even it was a steamship. I mean, it was steamship that time, steam engine. So they were liable to tempests, they were liable to drowning, to shipwreck, but they risked their life only to go and argue, listen to the voice of reason, and ask questions. Something you are listening today in your comfort bed, in your room, as you are listening. Do you see the difference? Do you see what it takes to build, to form a viable, advancing country? Do you know that? Because that time there were revolutions in Europe, from France to Russia to England to Italy. People started asking questions, because before that time they were zombies. They were zombies more than Nigerians. I am telling you, religious zombies. They were sheep hunting, I mean witch hunting, the same way some of our people today are witch hunting. They will see somebody, say, hey, look at, oh, he ties somebody. They will dig ground. Oh, he ties somebody. So they want to lynch the person, because they believe in their primitive mindset that all these things are working. Europeans are like that. They kill the people because labeling them they are witches, that they are tying the destinies of people, or they were tying the destinies of people. Before people started asking questions in Europe, that brought the development, the advancement that you are seeing. That is why Europe relegated religion today in their continent, in their various countries. Americans, we are learning, the colonialists, when they go, they have meetings, they ask questions, they argued, and they took notes, and as they came, they applied it in order to form a country with it, and it works. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Now, as I was saying, humans have much bigger brains, yes, relative to body size, and in absolute size than other mammals, and have a level of intelligence that other animals don't have. Yes, there are many advantages of intelligence, such as the ability to plan and cooperate, planning and cooperation, innovate new techniques, not to stay in one place and blaming your ancestors for not building a nuclear weapon in 15th century, blaming them for killing twins. No, but to innovate new techniques and the sharing of information about what works. That is superior arguments, what we do here on Radio Biafra. That is why I call here the voice of awakening. The Renaissance radio is a revolutionary radio, because here we talk about, we share information about what works. That is practicality, not I believe, not what I think, not what a Kanama cannot understand, the things of the spirit. No, but what works. What works today in the world is hard work, building, brain, promoting people that can work, that can promoting manufacturing. That is what works. Today in the world, America is not using angels to fight. No. Today Russia is not using Angel Gabriel to send the thunder to Ukraine. No, they are doing it practically against themselves. This is what we discuss here. What works, what is practical, what is obtainable in this world practically. Not telling me that, look, I cannot understand because I'm not in the spirit. This world is not about spirit, it's about practicality. I don't know whether people are getting what I'm saying. One of the main factors that could reduce or block knowledge and intelligence is religion. That is one of the main major factors that could reduce or block knowledge and intelligence. It is religion. Let me play again what this one man said. Let me play it again, please. I am coming, please. Just 2 seconds. Just let me bring it. Yes. There, yes. I want you to listen. I want you to listen.
Invented. Once you accept did you know religion is the greatest form of mind control?
Religion is the greatest form of mind control ever invented.
Ever invented. Once you accept a religious story, belief system, and it is unquestionable, this is how it is, you deny yourself vast areas of potential knowledge, awareness.
Once you accept religious story as that is how it is, no, you don't need to ask question. Are you questioning God? That is how it is. Oh no, my brother, you're a carnal man, you cannot understand the things of the spirit. You deny yourself vast areas of potential knowledge, awareness. You get what I'm saying? That is, religion is superstition. You know, somebody will die. Some time ago, there is one person in our village. He died of accident. They say he just take this small motorcycle, ladies' machine, to go and buy something. After buying, coming back, just not far, something he can track. But he bought the thing, he bought and came back in a shop and just came back to enter. One car just hit him, he fall, and he died. Do you know what people say? Or people say, I asked them, hey, he said they have killed him, they have programmed him, they have killed him in spirit. Oh, this young man, and they just come. He just come. Because he was not at home. He just come. Oh, they don't kill this man. Oh, I tell people, I say, Beacon, oh, sorry. Stop him. Who killed him? No, they use a spiritual distance. They killed him. You know, that small thing that happened to him. Just small thing. He just fall. I asked them, did he wear helmet? They said no. How can he wear helmet? Now, just here he go. Now come back here. And he fell. His head hit the bitumen. And the people are saying, the general concept is, oh, somebody have killed him. Yeah, he's his uncle, that wicked man. Killed him. They killed him. They killed him spiritually. So just anything that happened. That is what it means. Before people can talk anything, before anything happens, people started, they have concluded. That conclusive mindset, that conclusion blocks people from making research to find out. Do you see what we are saying? Because religion has given you the answer. Answer. You have already concluded. I have. That's why many of our people, many dead people, they don't undergo autopsy. They don't undergo autopsy. Are you hearing what I'm saying? There is a friend of mine. He's an English person. He died the last 2 years. A man of about 32 years, 33 years. I was shocked when I heard it. Are you hearing me? So, but do you know what happened to him? He just little sickness. They found out in the autopsy that when he was a toddler, he fell from the staircase and had internal injury. That injury on the head was not healed properly, was not cured, treated as it's supposed to be. Do you see? Do you see? That is what they found out during autopsy. Is a person that is never sick, no, but this is what they found out, science. Now, just a small sickness of, I don't know, before they can know he have died. Because the guy, but he's an English person. So, something that happened 30 something years ago, they found out that is the cause of his sickness, is the cause of his death. He said that wound, that thing he didn't. So any slightest thing that happened now, it caused a problem and he just died quickly. If this thing is in our land, do you know what? As in our remote control, remote go, and no, it will block the essence of research to find out, and people will be dying out of ignorance and be accusing innocent people. When they see old men and women, they accuse them. Maybe because of the facial look is poor, old people. When you are poor, you are a problem. You are a witch. You are tying people. People don't know that at some old age, you start misbehaving. You can start carrying, you can carry one thing and put it on the ground at old age. And people say, he's tying everybody, he's dissing everybody, because of ignorance, lack of knowledge. This is what religion taught us. Here we liberate ourselves mentally. Now let's continue listening.
Research, investigation, enlightenment, all those areas that you will not go into, because if you do, your religious belief system comes under threat.
Because all this research, all these places, all these places we are venturing, we are entering in order to bring out all these secrets. Religion forbids you. That is what they call anathema, blasphemy. Oh, Mazi Jonathan, you are talking against the Holy Spirit because they don't want you to make researches. They don't want you to grow above what they tell you. They don't want you to acquire knowledge. That is why the Bible God told Adam, look, if you eat this fruit, you will die, because he sees knowledge as menace, as a threat. Are you hearing me? So you have to make him fear. Don't be knowledgeable. Continue being zombie. So just a religious person, you are simply a zombie following. You are a follower. You believe. You don't ask questions. Once you ask some certain questions, they tell you no. It's only God knows. Are you questioning God? Full stop. You have to stop there, otherwise they see you as a threat. You are threatened. Now they infuse you with fear. You are talking, you want to talk against the Holy Spirit. That is why you see religious people, they don't argue, they don't debate. This is what I did it now. They tell you, when you don't answer foolish questions, they call knowledgeable questions foolish questions. Are you hearing me? Don't answer foolish questions, because a carnal man does not understand the things of the spirit. So if the person starts asking you, okay, you believe that God created the human, which means you believe in creation, origin. Now who created God? You say no, it's foolish. He makes you not to try to research. You don't go further than that religion permits you to do. Do you know that the scientists are trying to research on the black matter, origin of Big Bang? Do you know these things? It's knowledge they are trying to acquire. But religion have put a full stop, because whenever you are highly confident that you know, there is that time you are foolish. You don't know nothing, because you have blocked that consciousness of a seeker. Do you know a seeker? A seeker is somebody that seeks for knowledge. A seeker always doubts himself, even himself. You doubt yourself. Nah, am I even right? Because you are not sure. When you are always telling yourself, your brain, prodding your brain that even you are not even sure, you don't know anything, you want to know more, you want to always know, that is, you are raising the consciousness of knowledge acquirance. You are trying to make sure that you acquire more knowledge. As a seeker, you feel that nothing is enough for you. It's just like when you are walking. If you are walking in a path, in a road that is lit up with light, there's no problem. You don't feel any, you can even close your eyes and be walking. But if you are walking in a night, in a corrugated road that has no light, everywhere is dark, your inner consciousness will be at alert. Even the way you step, you'll be watching. That is a seeker for you, because you are seeking for knowledge. You are not sure what you are doing, whether it is the right thing, because you can put a step and there is a snake there. So you have to be conscious. You look very well. That is a seeker for you. Are you hearing what I'm saying? But religion makes you to be confident in stupidity. How can you build a country when you don't seek, when you think you have known it all, when you don't need no counter debate, nothing, only that is the way it is written. How can you build a viable country like that? It's not like that.
So what you do instead is you say, if you go into those areas, that's blaspheming the idea that we are an expression of infinite awareness. Is blaspheming.
Is every idea you bring that is above what that religion wants you to know is blasphemy. They call it blasphemy. The idea that we are expression or the idea that we are in an expression of infinite awareness. Do you know what is infinite awareness? Do you know what it is? That is, knowledge is infinite. There are things we don't know today, but in the next 1,000 years, it will be known. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Aircraft you are enjoying today, according to records, it started coming in modern era by Weibo and Weibo Fritz and his brother. The Reed brothers. They are the people that flew the real aircraft for, I think, 52 seconds on air with carton. They did it with cardboard paper carton. That was the first flight that was a successful independent flight in history. Just a little bit more than 100, 1903, I think, or 1906, 1903, of yesterday. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Okay. Do you know that 2,000 years ago, let me put it back that time, 2,000 years back, if you tell people that time that there will be a time that junks, thousands of tons of junks will carry human being on air flying, they will tell you that you are, even you have spoken anathema. They might burn you alive. That is against God's will, because it's God that created birds. They can push because they were controlled by religion. So they didn't know that this thing can happen. But a time come in our time today, you have a hypersonic, supersonic aircrafts today that travels more than the speed of sound several times, 2-3 times. Are you hearing me? What happened? Does it mean that the materials that was used to build aircraft does not exist 2,000 years back? The answer is no, it existed. It was existing, but the brain of human being to manufacture it was not there, was not developed that time. So there are many things that that could be discovered, that could be built in the future that we don't know today. We will die, even in this generation. We will die, and without knowing it. That is, knowledge is infinite, and that is why we continue seeking it. The nuclear bombs that are now, some are 50 times more powerful than the fat man, the one used in Hiroshima in 1945. Some are 100 times more powerful, one more powerful than that one. Do you see how there will be a time that one nuclear weapon might be able to sink a continent? So there is nothing that I can say now that is impossible. No, it's only that we never know. I don't know. We never know now. It is not discovered now. It doesn't mean that it cannot be discovered tomorrow, or in the next 100 years, or in the next 1,000 years. That is infinite awareness. Religion calls it blasphemy, because they program you the way you think. They program you the curriculum you pass, you think. They streamline you in a way they want you to be reasoning, so that you don't pass that. If you pass that way, they say no, you are talking against the Holy Spirit. Are you talking against? You are talking against God now, God that creates you. You say no, but we have to ask questions to stimulate our brains to make researches to work. That is what we are here for.
Because they don't want you going into those areas.
They don't want you going into those areas. Religion
wants you in a belief system corral, which they circle the wagons around.
They want you to be in that curriculum, the belief system corral, that place they want you to be, circling around and around and around. You don't think outside the cage. Before you know, they quote for you. And the book of Mark say, don't worry, I'm coming. Now, as I said, one of the main factors that could reduce or block knowledge and intelligence is religion. Oh, remember what I'm preaching here. Line will open. You can dispute me, please. I love it. We should be civil or civilized in our debate, so that for mutual understanding. Only when the line opens, you talk, I ask you question, I speak also, you ask me question. Now, one of the main factors that could reduce or block knowledge and intelligence is religion. I want you to hear this. Is a voice note as from what happened in South Africa a few days back about the choosing man. The guy, he died. Can you say he died out of stupidity? I don't see it like that. I have my reasons. Listen.
Yeah, man, hi. Nah. Ejubogru sinna me pito no eno. Wara sanse otu aka isi we na Chineke. Moko ụmụaka otu aka isi we na ba. Otu aka isi na. Why ha na dey eme some people. If onye ji egbu na eti ya me choose who are you? Braka na achọ ya na tarụ, braka na achọ onye ji egbe. Na eti ya me choose gị na eji egbe na agba okirikiri egbe ma na agba agha nwụọ. Ma ji unu ji cha escort aga. Wecha ndị nche egbe buru egbe na-eche ha nche. Agwazi unu jiri apron na agba egbe na egbe aja aba. Ọ na-afụgo ya. Because no ihe abịa karịa obi. Ọ datị na abịa karịa obi ya o ji wee na ụra aka na achọ onye ji egbe. Na man, a worry mind though. A worry mind. A worry mind. A worry mind.
Okay. Many of you must have seen this. Is the CCTV captured it in South Africa, what happened to our brother. That is why I said, you see, once you have religious mindset, it doesn't matter you are in Australia, It doesn't matter you have PhD. That is not the problem. You can be a PhD holder, but you are a religious vagabond. I am telling you. Now, what happened is this. This man is from Omaka, from Olo. He's selling cars. He came on his normal business day. And all these, some of all these South African hooligans, armed robbers, came to rob them, either of money or to rob them of a car. Other people in that car garage ran away. He himself he came out, challenging somebody, a hooligan with gun, shouting, "I am a choosing. Who are you? I am a choosing. Who are you?" They just be listening. Because he's fearless. His daddy Gio have assured him that that apron he's wearing protects him. Do you see now why these people are killers? Do you see why one night walking these are killers? But you will not understand. You know, a scammer, an armed robber will kill only 1 or 2 people. But these people, they are killing in thousands and millions. Because they input inside the ideology to millions of people something that makes them to perish, to die, just for nothing. Are you hearing me? Now, this brother, he started, "I am a choosing. Who are you?" Because he had a testimony, he had different testimonies. I've seen different testimonies where they come and say, "I wear apron." I say, "I'm a choosing. Who are you?" And I carry the armed robbers. There are 4. They have a AK-47, and they shoot, nothing enter, and I carry the gun from them. How do you equate this? Don't you think that these people are more killers than ordinary armed robber? Don't you think so? You are looking at killers, but these are more killers because they destroy the mentalities of people. Why should a grown-up man see a gun-throttling person that wants to rob? Where the man was running, I watched the CCTV footage. The criminal was running. The man was pursuing him because he was confident that the gun will not enter. Do you remember when Mazi Namdekano, when he chided our people that any ESN don't trust on Odeshi? You know why? Because all these things will make you stupid. You will not plan. You will depend. All your plan will depend on that Odeshi. You will not have any other sophisticated plan. Because you believe you are invincible. But so it becomes stupid. That is exactly what these people are doing. Now, can we say that this our slain brother was not intelligent enough? Yes, we can say he's not intelligent enough. But what blocked his knowledge and intelligence? His religion, his belief. He believed in the word of God, of what you call the word of God, the Bible. He believed it. It's normal. He believed it. Because that is what the Bible told. I'm going to read the Bible again. Follow me to the book of John chapter 12. John chapter 14 verse 12, please. Because if we... the other day I made it a topic that I asked a question. Between Nigerian Christians and European Christians who practice what is written in the Bible. Much more. And it was proven beyond irrefutable doubt, beyond reasonable doubt, that Nigerian Christians are really practicing what is written in the Bible. You practice what is written in the Bible, you must be foolish. In human standard, you must be foolish. That is it. Now, let us go to the book of John chapter 14, please. John chapter 14. Verse 12. I want you to understand why our brother did what he did, and he died for nothing. And they will blame him, that the Geo will blame him that he didn't have enough faith. They will not tell his people to come and give testimony. Had it been by any type of coincidence that bullet did not hit him, maybe the person holding the bullet is not a good marks person. He is not a good marksman. Maybe he shoot and the thing went another way. They would have, it would have gone viral that the God of even that pastor, that the Geo will use it to be given someone. That is the God of choosing that made it. So why wouldn't also it go viral when the God of choosing fell? Why? Is it not hypocrisy? Let's go to the book of John chapter 14 verse 12, please. If you don't have Bible, make it is in Google app. No, I mean app, Play Store. Play Store is in Play Store, please. 14 verse 12. Let me read. It says, verily I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do shall he do also, and greater works than these I do he shall do, because I go unto my Father. So when Jesus performed the different miracles as it is written, he healed the sick, when they wanted to capture him, he just disappeared. Several occasions, it's in the Bible. When they wanted to harm him, he just bam, a zap. Now why can't this person do it? He said, the work I do, those that believe in me, they will. Jesus was saying it in the book of John chapter 14 verse 12, that they will do even more. Are you hearing me? But we never see. What we are seeing is a cripple, ordinary cripple, because that is healed on television. Somebody that is using crutches that was healed on television, not in reality. RNG. Because all these ones, you can fake them. I used to ask, so Jesus cannot make somebody an amputee. Maybe they cut your hand. Maybe you had an accident and they amputated your hand. Jesus cannot make the hand to grow, or your leg. He cannot make it to grow. Religion will make you stupid. It will kill you. So now, as I was asking, I asked, can we say that this our slim brother was not intelligent enough? I say yes, he's not intelligent enough. But as a human being, with the intelligence to be making money, selling cars, living in South Africa, have passport, have children. But he knows that guns can kill. But the word of Bible have told him that this thing cannot harm you, confirmed by the servant of Jesus, who is there, that Geo. Because it is written in 2 Chronicles chapter 20 verse 20. He say, believe in his prophets and you shall prosper. So he believes him. Do you see how religion works? Now let us also go to the book of Mark chapter chapter 16 verse 17 to 18. Verse 17 to 18. Let us go there, please. He says, all these signs shall follow them that believe. In my name they shall cast out devils. They shall speak with new tongues. They shall take up serpents. And if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them. They shall lay hands on the sick and they shall recover. This is what prompted our brother to have the complete belief that they will shoot you gun, it will turn to water. After all, he used to see testimonies. Do you see how religion can kill you? It makes you foolish first. Do you see that? Because he believes, because he is walking according to the words of the Bible. You see that? That is why our brother got killed. Had it been he understood as we are talking, he know. He said he know gun na gun. Gun can kill you. Is physical. Now if you see who own gun, who carry gun, want to shoot you, or run away, there is nothing a magician cannot save you. Had it been he did like that, follow our preaching, he will be alive today. Are you hearing me? And the worst part of it, like one of our brothers' voice I play. You know, if I continue, we say he wanted to say, mana anyway, obinigwema, chukuma, everything is the will of God. Do you see how we cover stupidity? Our brother wouldn't have died if it is not for religion. Had it been he believed in ahonanyekwe, he believed in physicality. Had it been he believed in physicality as me, they wouldn't have killed him. Are you hearing me? They wouldn't have those armed robbers wouldn't have killed him, because he would have known that the bullet can kill him, so nothing can save him. He would have known that look, that the Jew that is telling them wear apron, that the apron saves them, but he's going on motorcade. He has a military convoy, military and police protection. So, but the Bible tells you don't ask questions. So, don't you believe the man of God? Do you see where we have problems? Do you see? Some people might call and say, no, if you are religious, you cannot, you have to be calculative. It doesn't make you to be stupid. No. If you are a believer, you are simply because you relegate if you're a believer, it means you have relegated your brain to the background. You no longer use your brain. You are programmed. You have been taken out of your natural habitat, because a fisherman once you caught a fish, you are dead. Mentally you are dead. What we are seeing now is just okpokoro. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing what I'm saying? So some people will say no, it doesn't mean that if you're a believer now, you will not have sense. No, if you are really practicing what is written in the Bible, you will not have sense. I'm saying it here. Come and challenge me and prove me wrong. You will not have. I'll bring you where it is written what you have to do. As a zombie, you have to do it as a believer, because you're a believer. Blessed is he that does not see but believe. He has a special blessing. It's what we are being taught that time. This is what blocks intelligence and knowledge. Are you seeing it? This is the reason why the American founding fathers, those people I mentioned before, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, Benjamin Franklin, Alexander Hamilton, John Jay, James Madison, etc. This is why they modified their belief. They were Christians, for your information, but they did the overhaul. They overhauled their belief. They modified it. They modified their belief by proclaiming thus. They said this: we believe that we have the capacity of God in us to do whatever we can. That is their belief as Christians. Therefore, our belief should be that we can be anything we want in life, and we want to be God to others. That is the way they modify. They say, yes, we are Christians, we believe in God, but we believe that we are God, that we can achieve anything we can, that we can be anything in life. If we modify America the way it is good, that we can soar up. They set up to work, and that is why America is this today. They didn't believe that, look, we have to be calling God to come and do it for us, as Biafrans are doing. Let us pray. it's God that will do it. Oh. Everything remains in the hand of God. No, it remains in our hands to modify our future, to build our future. It's not in the hand of God. It is in our hands. When we are saying support ESN, and you see somebody say no, the ESN, God is with them, that you are praying for them, but you cannot support them physically. How do you think that they do their work? Tell me. That is religious zombies. I call them religious zombies. You should modify your religious belief and know that you are God. A God creates, as we know in our cultural value. Aiwuchi, we are creative. Once you start understanding this, that we are gods, the same way American founding fathers, they proclaimed, they say we believe that we have the capacity of God in us. They didn't say that, look, we believe God will help us to build America. He said no, we have the capacity of God in us. If you misunderstand them, you say, you ask, so you are claiming that you are God? Are you claiming that you have the capacity of God? They say, yes, we have the capacity of God. That is how they modified their belief. Are you hearing me? It's a Christian belief, yes, but they modified it. They summed it up among themselves and say, look, yes, we can, because we have the capacity of God in us to do whatever we can. We should believe that we can be anything we want in life, and we want to be God to others. Are they not to you? They bring you Jesus now, white person. They are gods to you. You are praying, you carry obedience, you contribute more. These are things they lay down. Now you start throwing money. Contributing money to them out of your misery. When they believe, their own belief is that, oh, we have the capacity of God in us. You are praying for another entity, another God, another spirit to come and do it for you. That's why you pray forever and nothing will change. That is why we take it by ourselves. IPOB take the bull by the horn, that nobody will come to save us. It is we that can do it by ourselves. Now, when we are modeled by foreigners to believe whatever they brought and told us through their religion, when we are conditioned through the same religion to demonize our cultural values, it is lack of implementation of our natural knowledge and intelligence. We should chart our own route that could lead us to development and advancement of our knowledge and intelligence. This is why we should lower, modify, or innovate our religious belief into something that could be beneficial to our collective unity and interest. They have really destroyed the mindset of many of our people. When you tell them that, look, between American emergency number 911, which when you call, you see physical police will be at your doorstep in 5 minutes, and you call Jesus as fire is burning, nothing happens. You say, which one do you prefer? Which one do you take? You say, the name of Jesus is better. That is, destroying the mentality, the psyches of our people. Somebody like this, how do you think that he will contribute or help you, or help in contributing for the development, for bringing or building fire service? How do you think that he can be company to contribute for making sure that we get things right physically? He will tell you, no, he is praying. That the name of Jesus is Jesus is the key. Prayer is the key. All these are the impurities the virus we need to remove from our mindset. Even if we answer Christian or any type of religion, we should know that all these things are outdated. All this type of belief system is outdated, because once you believe in that way, you continue walking towards that way. But once you relegate all these things, all this belief, relegate it. Somebody died that maybe one sickness or the other killed, which you didn't, that because of lack of health care, you didn't know, you didn't go in time. They say they have killed him. It will make people to be dormant, not to look for solution to problems, to this type of health issue. Everything is either devil have done it. Religion makes you irresponsible. You don't take responsibility of anything. It is either God that do it if it is good, or Satan that have done it if it is bad. Don't you see? If they catch some hooligans, some criminals, they will say, "Forgive me. I don't know what happened. It's Satan. It's devil." So, because you are just for religion. Religion turned us into zombies. That is, how do I call okokoro? Only shell. Let me call it shell, empty shell, that anything can enter and use it to work. God will enter you, use you to work. Satan can enter you, use you to work. So you have no mindset of your own. That is exactly how religion has programmed us to believe. You have no mindset of your own. You do evil, instead of taking responsibility, say no, it's Satan. You do good, instead of also taking it, say no, give glory to God. But it's you that did it. Come on, we are in the 21st century, and we are talking of restoring a vibrant nation, Biafra. We have to restore it with style, with color, with dignity, with every type of alacrity, with all forms of mental emancipation, so that we can build a country that the whole world will be jealous of, because that is who we are. This is where I'm going to stop. I will go into few minutes break, and when I come back, I will open the lines so that people can start calling in. Please do not go away.
Did you know
I will be right back.
Is the greatest form of mind control ever invented? Once you accept a religious story, belief system, and it is unquestionable, this is how it is, you deny yourself vast areas of potential knowledge, awareness, research, investigation, enlightenment, all those areas that you will not go into, because if you do, your religious belief system comes under threat. So what you do instead is you say, if you go into those areas, that's blaspheming. The idea that we are an expression of infinite awareness is blaspheming, because they don't want you going into those areas. They want you in a belief system corral, which they circle the wagons around and tell you that's all you need to know. And if you've got questions and they can't be answered without going into these other areas, then it's because God doesn't want you to know the answers.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service, coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Chinedu from Alo province of Biafra land. And we are here live and direct. Today is the 29th day of March 2025, being Saturday. Remember, Tata Boboche Nkwo. Remember, the topic of my submission is knowledge and intelligence. Do you know that before, up until 13th century, Middle East Baghdad in particular was the center of science and technology and advancement as of that time. Do you know that? That is the Islamic golden age, they call it. Do you know that? Do you know what destroyed it? A caliphate entered. A caliph, that is a caliph entered into office, become the king. One radical religion that destroyed them. One radical imam started preaching that mathematics is devilish, that science and technology was devilish. Baghdad, you are seeing today, was attracting people from all over the world, scientists. It was, moving on. Baghdad was just like, as you say, New York of today. You know that? Up to the 13th century, when they used religion to destroy. Now they started going after scientists, killing them. All they ran away. That is how they lost. Otherwise, it would have been the center of modern technology today. They destroyed it using religion. There is no, you can never be a believer and be successful inventor like that. It's impossible. You can never, because unless you are not practicing. When you look at what is practicing in what is written in the Bible, there is no way. It's incompatible. It said you carry snake on your hand and it will not bite you, so you try it. It's written. Some people will say no, it is not direct like that. You don't understand. So the people that wrote it direct like that, there is no more. It's not English. I have to be in spirit to understand it. That is also religious stupid. When you tell me what I read, I understand it now. It's no more like that. You contextualize it. Anything can be contextualized. I can insult you now, and you catch me, say, why are you insulting me? No, I tell you, no. I didn't mean that you are a goat. What I mean, goat is beautiful. In my mind, what I mean is you are beautiful. Like, I will contextualize it, paint it, deviate it from what I really say. So every word can be contextualized and turned into black, we turn into white. But A is A, one is one. Once what is written, we read it, we understand it. There is no way you can interpret it. What is you are interpreting is another thing is inside your head. That is that spirituality you are talking. That you are spiritual, so that is why you are understanding it more. No, it's that thing inside your head you want to bring out. Like this, our brother that have died. You will see people now blaming him, saying, "No, it is not what that the Jews say. It is not what Bible say." But Bible says, face it. That the Jews say, once you call God of choosing, I'm a choosing. Who are you? Anything, bullets will start. If they shoot you, it cannot enter. Now what again? You start interpreting it in a way to shoot your stupid argument. Our lines are now open. Our WhatsApp line and signal. Our WhatsApp and signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. If you want also, please, even if you are against, you have contrary opinion, please, I invite you to call so that we can debate and have a very vibrant, intelligent debate and civilized debate. Caller on WhatsApp, you are the first caller. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Good evening, Sir Mazi.
There, we'll do the reggae.
Thanks for asking. At least. Thank you very much for your good work that you put in, the efforts, the energy, and to the IPOB over the world. I also thank Mazi and Dekano. At least to open our brain to make us to reason like human being, behave like human being. If I'm Mazi come, I know I'm only by I live. We are nowhere to be found. But thanks, glory be to him. First, the Bible you are talking about, I call it a slave book. That Bible, it does not bring any knowledge to us at all. It divides us more and more. And it does not even make things to work like Ayuan Bundibu. So the Bible to me is just a slavery book to us. The book that the white man, so that they don't want us to retaliate for what they did to us during the slavery time. So they don't want us to go back to allow our brain to function, to us to start asking questions, which we must find from our elders, which our elders always had away from us, because they always use this God to chase us, to put fear in us. But I really thank the God for ancestors to bring person like Mazi to us, to start questioning our elders, no matter the circumstances, to question them the right and the wrong things. But I really thanks to him. The reason I called, because the last time I called, I told you I don't know how to donate, and I forwarded my listen to you, and also want to join the IPB group chat. If I don't, so from there I can know how to work on the
Yes,
stuff.
yes, Mazi, please. I
Forward
know.
it to you.
Just be
But I needed,
patient. Give me small time. Just be patient. I will get back to you. Just give me time. You understand? Give me little time.
okay.
Okay.
Mr. Brown,
There wo.
thank you very much, man. And God bless you so much.
There
And
wo.
to your family, your household.
There wo. Thank you.
Dalu.
There wo.
Ah.
There wo. Caller signal. Mazi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mazi Jonathan.
There wo Mazi Akas.
There were my brother. Good evening from here. Thank you for your good work. For you standing so strong with a very, very sophisticated mindset and well educated in what you are doing, without, preaching this gospel without emotion and sentiment. Mazi, I tell you true. Anybody that has this mentality of what the white people have written in the Bible, which they call the Holy Bible, cannot stand what we are preaching here. If you don't really remove that emotion in you, Mazi, all of us, most of us today, we are born in this type of mentality that we are trying to change from what we are learning in this Radio Biafra, on this Radio Biafra today. Before, there are some things you will say today. If I hear it, I will say this guy, you are Antichrist. But Radio Biafra has, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came here to educate our mind. And do you know where this radio is perfect? It makes it possible for you after this program, call in and bring your own suggestion. Or if you think that what I'm preaching here is not correct, just come. Let's dialogue with it. And at the end of the day, we will know if what I'm saying is wrong or what you are saying is right, because people are listening. But when you come to this, they are so-called preaching in the church, or reverend father, or pastor, after they preach finish and tell you that they want to tell you, they quote their Bible, you cannot question him. You have no right to ask him question. You have no right to ask him, but pastor, this is what you said. I don't understand it, or why must it be so? If you open your mouth and say anything, they will chop you raw inside the church, because their mindset has been programmed to the extent that you have no right to ask any question. The worst part of it is that even as a human being, that many believe that we are created by God, when we are passing some difficulties that we don't even understand, when you try to say something, they say, "Who are you to question God?" Are you telling me that my physical father that gave birth to me, if something is going wrong in my life, that I needed to ask him a question? Can you explain to me why this thing is like this or like that? Does it mean that my father cannot be able to tell me? I mean, because he is the one that gave birth to me through my mother. I have right to question my father, and maybe he can tell me, my son, do it like this, things shall be well. But when you want, they say, who are you? So if I cannot question God, who created me, could I believe that created me as a human being, then who else am I going to question? Same as they stop us that we cannot go further. They stop us that you cannot move more than that limit they are telling you. Anything more than that, you are now become a rebel. We are in trouble. Black people is in trouble. And the only thing that will cure us is Radio Biafra. Mazi, all of Africans are listening. Most of the Africans you see today that are doing the opposite of what the white people have brought in Africa, they listen to Radio Biafra. If you don't come here with a sound mind, you cannot stand the heat. You cannot stand the weight of words that will hit you. One guy told me he has tried to listen to radio. He's this fanatic Christian Bible. He told me he tried to listen to Radio Biafra. If I continue listening to it, I will become. He will become. I don't know what he said. When he's going to become a terrorist, or because what is coming there, he can't withstand it. Because he didn't come with a sound mind. He didn't come with an open mind. Radio Biafra is what we are saying here. If you think that what we are saying here is not correct, my brother, my sister, calm down. Come, make a call, and let's dialogue, and let's have a reasonable mind together. And I wonder, Mazi, why is these people not calling? Why is it that they cannot call, man? You see the murmuring for nothing's sake. Call Radio Biafra. We are all here. The whole world is listening. Let's hear your own side. If you don't believe that what Mazi Jonathan is preaching here is not correct, please make a call. Nobody's going to chop you raw. Nobody's going. No, just call and come down and let's discuss. When I work Eburu Kita, just as you is now trending Eburu Kita because of I'm choosing who are you? Chirijaka and Antonio Jebo, even now Antonio Jebo also. Mazi, you are born for what you are doing. Sometimes it's really tiring, but I'm telling you the truth. If you are not born for what you are doing, I don't think you will stay on this radio till now. Because some of the people I'm telling you. That's why one time Mazi Nandikanu preached on this radio Biafra, he has to put us on the way. But we are here, my Mazi. May Chukwu Keleba continue to bless you for what you are doing. Mazi, don't be tired. Remember what they say. I have watched the way your mindset, the way you sound. If you are not born for what you are doing, Mazi, you would have bought way. When you are telling them to go right, has no left. Support ESN, has to give back. But when Fulani come and keep us in, how do I elevate ESN? No, what's ESN? No. Have you contributed before? No. And I just Antonio AK-47.
There were Mazi. There were. We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp, please go on. Can you hear me? Thank you for holding on.
Yeah, Mazi, good evening.
There were Mazi.
Mazi, sometimes sometimes I cannot do why now. All these things we are saying here, all these things we are talking here, we are not talking against any religion, we are not talking against anything. And also our leader has always said this, we are talking against stupidity. Sometimes people can hear people are now, people have to make blasphemy. Also, according to the religious believers, so also I got to quiet the Zuzuge sound they make Omena Laiwa. They use gay as a fraud. Because sometimes over this mindset, this religious mindset, how we but that into our Omena and our own culture. Because I can look at that, mother believe on the MOK, the Yahweh Minonia, Yemeke Yahweh, all the same mindset, all the same mindset. Also, this thing we are talking, we are not talking against only Christianity. Also, all religions, other religion, we are talking about them. Mazi, what we are passing through in this generation is appalling. Mazi, you can't go. Mazi, you can't go. These people, you can't go because you people are the one I will hope on. Because I Biafra. Because our mindset is corrupt. If you are looking for this Biafra with this our Christianity mindset, we cannot get it. We need to liberate ourselves from this mentality. Ikumuka religion. When some comrades, when some people who come into our struggle still have this mindset. How can you be looking for a Biafra that Britain give you and you don't want to leave the other one, the same Britain that give you too? Each of Biafra, each of freedom. You want only freedom of the country. You don't want only freedom of mindset. Call and debate. You can't call and debate. You go to a church and not rubbish. You go question a church problem. You go problem. Mazi, when just see me for Mazi continue. Mazi continue. We go always continue. Mazi because we must get this Biafra. We must get it. Nothing can stop us. Biafra remain our religion and Biafra remain our ideology. Nothing can stop us.
Caller on signal. I am expecting people to come and bring contrary opinions. I'm telling you. Caller on signal. Can you hear me?
Yes, my brother, I can hear you.
Mazi. There were.
Yeah, good evening, dear friends and lovers for freedom. My name is Stefan Chukwumadabuchi, and I'm reaching you from the Netherlands. Let me start with the topic of your submission, intelligence and knowledge, something like that. You see, there is a deliberate work done to control and draw our people down. Are we, what do you call it? There is a book. After thinking about the letter King Leopold wrote to gave his priest before they went to Congo, to Africa, for their missionary work, there's a book written by American. It's called Making a Negro Christian. This is a book written during the slave period in America by Reverend Dr. Charles Kellogg Jones. He was a major slave owner that owned 3 plantations. Are you listening? He developed a system to make slaves more submissive and easier to control by converting them to Christianity. Over time, his method proved highly successful and became standard operating procedure. You see, it's sad that our brother, when you talked about who died in South Africa, it's sad that it happened. And thank you that you remembered what our leader said on this hallowed radio. When he was on broadcast, he said that our vigilante, our ESN, and anybody working for security should not depend on audacious or any charm. You must depend on knowledge, strategy, tactics, planning, and perfect execution. Not by any charm. Those who know will tell you how many people they have seen die because they trust audacious. Hello? I'm sorry. Or Desi. So that means that our people must not trust on those things. Because after talking about people who doesn't have killed, how many lives have been wasted by depending on this pie in the sky promise? Some people will not go to the doctor when they are sick. Some people will not go and look for something to do to make money because they are praying and fasting. So God will connect them to their destiny helpers. Who is the destiny helper of your destiny helper? These are and the worst thing is that our clergymen of all denomination, of all religion in today's east of Biafra land and Nigeria altogether, and the wider Africa, they are still making use of this thing, not for what do you call it, salvation. It is a business. I've seen a church, it's even kind of ridiculous. A pastor locked the door of the church, said, nobody's going out of here until I get 40,000. Everybody must contribute till I get 40,000 before the door will be opened. This is what they are doing. This is business. They are using this deceit of our people to build hotels, to build mansions, to ride the big cars, and to fly private jets. This is not religion. This is not faith. Our ancestors believed in. They don't use it to con people. They learned. They have knowledge. They have way of writing. They have way of sending messages. All the things and the innovation they study in our society, didn't tell them not to do those. So what I'm saying here is that our people in this day and age must know when somebody is taking you for a ride in the name of one religion or preaching or whatever. And it is so sad that those people who are teaching you those things about religion will not tell you that the politicians are the government is the God that you see, because the government will insist policies that you give you a better life. But don't do it in Africa. Instead, they will introduce you to religion. But when they are looking for security, they will have to get the army, get the police, get them on the car, get the people who have gone to surround them. But they will be giving their ships, stickers and oil and water to be their security. When will our move to now? And I come to the word in hand in Nigeria now about the insecurity. I commiserate with anybody who is innocent, who have been injured or killed anywhere, both in the east, in the west, and in the north. But I have a very big question. We heard that the president of Nigeria have pronounced manhunt for the people who killed somebody in Edo State or some people in Edo State. Commendable. And then the question every Nigerian will ask themselves, especially people from the south, and especially people from Biafra land, Igbo land, and the east altogether. How many times have Nigerian government, the president, pronounced manhunt for the killing of our people by passers-by by the Fulani terrorists in Biafra land in the east? In Intala and in Ebonyi State, these people came there and killed our people, maimed our people, dispersed our people. But the police are coming to arrest the men because the women folk are protesting. And one of our brothers was put in jail because he said that he gave warning that this thing was going to happen before it happened. So the federal government will not say anything about it, and the state government will not say anything about it. The same thing happened in Enugu State, in Ehamufu. These people always come and kill our people en masse. President, what is his name? Buhari, when he was there, didn't pronounce manhunt for whoever is doing the killing. And now it is President Chinedu. This is the first time I had Chinedu open his mouth and say manhunt for killers. And then, what is Peter Mba? Why Peter Mba cannot stay? Because I heard that the northern governors have said they will not tolerate the killing of any northerner in the south. And then the question, any Igbo man, any Biafran, you ask yourself, what holds your governors from making the same statement and demanding of the Chinedu regime to proclaim the manhunt for all the killers in the east? What is the difference between people from the east and the people from the north who were killed? And I will tell our people the inconvenient truth. The east, Biafrans, we are defeated. We are dominated people. We are not peaceful people. Because when you claim peaceful is when you are strong and you hold back your strength. But when you are being killed and maimed and displaced and you're always crying, you are not peaceful anything. It is our duty to say that this thing the northern governors have said, our political class and our politicians and our, what do you call them, traditional rulers, traditional ruiners, and the clergy from the east. I saw is it a bishop? I don't know his denomination in Edo State, leading a demonstration, saying they no go agree. Say these people they kill them. Why are bishops? Why are the clergy in the east not leading such a demonstration? Those who are rejected doesn't reject themselves. We are nobody's slaves. We are nobody's willing tools. We are nobody's conquered people, and our territory is not conquered. We must work together to restore Biafra. Support the Eastern Security Network. Support our leadership, the DOS. Let's join hands and restore Biafra. God bless Biafra. And
there will. Let me tell you, it lies on the balance of power. You cannot be powerless and say, "Oh, we are peaceful people." No, it is lie. You are deceiving yourself. You are a servant or a slave. No, because you are not powerful. That is why you hide under the cloak of peacefulness. No, it's lie. Real peace it relies on the balance of power. If you have a gun, I have a gun. Now, I will not attack you. You have peace, I have peace. Because I will now know that if I do, you might kill me. I might go down. But when I have a gun you don't have, your life depends on me. So you must go low. You cannot tell me you are peaceful. No. You are just afraid because your life depends on on me. So I will dictate. That is what is happening in Nigeria. When our politicians, our political class, can they talk about openly how many times Fulani headsmen attacking in our land? Former Enugu governor, he cried. He declared 3 days fasting because he knew that is what our people want to hear. Oh, prayer. Oh, God, everything is in the hands of God. Oh, I call us rock, not what makes. Why not every southern governor join hands together and say, no, this thing that is happening, we are south. As these people are calling north, we are not. Who are you? Are you to blame them for defending their place? You don't blame Ahmad Bello for defending for northernization. You don't blame Ahmad Bello. I blame Azikiwe for sitting, for not caring for his own side. He wants Nigeria, everybody to carry everybody along. Whereas his own people, he never cared to carry them. That is what is still haunting us. Caller on WhatsApp, Mazi, please go on. Welcome to the program.
Mazi, good evening, sir.
There, Mazi.
Thank you for being there for us today. Now, before I go on with my question or conversation with you on this topic, one of our brothers here wants to say hello to you. Thank you. mistake. Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
There wo. There wo.
My name is Efiong Ben.
There wo.
I'm from
Welcome to the
Aron.
program. Okay.
I say, my yours greet you, sir. Good work. May God make you copy Kabiama. Honor you because.
Udo Drege. Continue listening
Amen.
and spreading the news. There wo.
All right, sir. Sir, another thing will happen there. Our radio not they talk here. Now, we don't hear anything at all.
For Iguacha or for Oroni?
No, about here.
Okay. Don't worry. Work in Aba is on progress. That's all I can tell you.
All right, sir.
There wo.
There was, sir.
All right, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Also, definitely, I want to come down to the topic of today, which I am trying to understand the relativity between the illustration or references you made regarding to our brother in South Africa, and also, reading down from our press release today, where I have a victim of oppression. So I just want to understand the relativity on how region playing out is where the guy in South Africa was believing that the apron will protect him, or maybe the Jesus of what's it called? Jesus will protect him. But down here in this our press release, I was just trying to associate it. Just if I'm wrong, you can still interpret. Let me get this right, because I'm just trying to look at a result of social heterogeneous misconduct, because these people that are called the victim of oppression, if you look at it, it could be the people of Islam or Muslims. It could also be the people of what's it called Christians. But here, I'm just seeing it as the law is not working. It's not workable. It's not even influencing the rightful thing is supposed to influence, to make people be scared of taking juries into their hands. So I just want to know, how does it connect to religion in this aspect? Sorry, sir.
Okay, let me tell you how it connects.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
in Nigeria the law is not working, and the few people are suppressing every other because of the unworkable law. Now, anywhere that the law is not working, anywhere that is a animalistic zoo like that, what will bring it back to sanity is the people's revolution. I want to take it one after the other. What will bring it back where the politicians fell is the people rising up, and the people are being subjugated, people are being sedated, people are being brought down with religious teachings. Don't worry, God is in control. Tomorrow is church. People will go and take their dose. Oh, your blessing is coming. So when somebody is waiting for his spiritual blessing that is given to him by a pastor, how will he rise up physically to follow you to fight for physical changes? He will tell you that he have prayed. Do you see the danger? Do you see why we are attacking that? It's a virus.
Okay.
Are you hearing me?
Now I understand.
Because people are we are in a place like Nigeria, for example. There are many things that happens every day that should make people to rise up, but religion brings everybody's tempo down, that everything will be okay. Muslims will tell, imams will tell Islamic adherents that once you pray 5 times a day, don't worry, Allah is in control. The only thing you defend is whenever any person talks against Allah. That is what you fight. But all these politicians, they will quote for you Quran, say you be obedient to the rulers. They always tell you be obedient. It's in the Bible also. Many people don't understand that Islam came even a pattern of Christianity. They came together. You see this three religion: Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. They work together. For your information, I saw on the Facebook post somebody videoed where is it in Ondo State mosque. Like the signpost is Mosque of Jesus Christ, the Son of Mary. People think that Islam is another abstract religion. No, it come out from Christianity. For your information, Muhammad married Hadija. Hadija was a Christian nun. For your information, the first wife of Muhammad was a Christian nun. He married a Jew. So all the many things that are written in Bible is in the Quran, but they change. They go the pattern of their own Arab ancestry, their story, the way it suits them. They believe in Jesus. Islam, they believe in Jesus. The Arabic name is Isa. Isa. Any person you hear Isa is Jesus. Isa Pantami is there. They believe in Jesus, that is the son of Mary, that is coming back again. Islam believes it. For your information, people think that once you say Islam, it's another. No, it's together. The only thing Islam don't accept is that they don't accept that Jesus is God. That is the only thing. Otherwise, the whole belief of they believe in Mary. They mention Mary in Quran several times. I've read Quran. You understand me? So all these things are interconnected. They use Islam. Why we talk about this religion, this particular Christianity is what we are seeing, what is haunting us in our own land, our own experience. We pass through it. That is why we talk about it. We cannot live our own what we have experience on and start talking what we didn't truly have experience on. Are you hearing me? But all are working together. So how can you rise up when you have prayer warriors? They tell you that look, they don't worry, God will do it at his own time. Why do you worry yourself? How can you convince this type of people to rise up physically in order to pursue or change things physically? How can you are pouring water on the stone? That is the thing. Mazi, please go on.
Honestly, sir, if not for one thing, I will suggest to the Director of State, Kano, just to find a way and say, let's stop this. You know why I'm saying this? These people, if you fight for them, the more we are fighting for them, they make it look as if we are stupid. The reason I'm saying this is that it's even sometimes I would say let him just stay there, let things be reviewed, many more things be reviewed, because if he has come out from that dungeon, a lot of people will see it as a child and mother's play. They will be serious of getting to what we're trying to review out of this nonsense in Nigeria, in Africa entirely. I thank you so much. I appreciate your clarity in this. Bye for now.
There were Mazi. There were caller on signal. Can you hear me? Please go on.
Yeah, I can hear you. Mazi Jonathan and Dewo.
There were quoi?
Mazi Timmy calling from Ireland. Mazi, I've listened to your teaching this evening. Very quite interesting, but I think I have a slightly different view. Yes, what you said about religion, I agree with you to some certain extent, but to me, I believe the core major problem we have is our value system. Our culture and tradition is based on liberal concepts. And that is one of, because even okay, let me take it gradually, right? Let me give you an example about Chinedu, what he said about when the Caucasian came to our land, how they came foolishly, they were laughing at them. And they were laughing, but these people, before they know it, they turn our people, their brethren, against them. And then when you look at that, our concepts, which we accept strangers, and you look at it in Europe, look at it even in Yoruba land and the other rest. you can see that they have more of conservative concept. Their culture and tradition is based more on conservative concept. Why did I say that? Like in Europe here, a kid as young as 5 years old know the word of racism. Why are they doing that? To preserve their race. So that they will not promote their enemy, and tomorrow their enemy will use their position against them. It's just like if we are tribalistic in nature like the Yoruba, we would have been moved more further. But because of our liberal concept, when we had any foreign ideology or what, we take it so stupidly because we are liberal in nature. So that's the way I'm looking at it, that the major concept, the major problem we are having is our culture and tradition is built based on liberal concept, and we need to start moving to conservative concept. You know, the Europeans are Christians, but like a friend of mine in America told me that there's some churches, an African American will go, they won't let him go there. It's a church. So you find out that one of the things that is putting us, like making us very vulnerable, is our way of life. And there's another man that I listened to in a TikTok. His name is Mazi Kabunta, talking about Bantu race, you know. And the way he describes something, which I Google, I think he said Igbos are Bantu race. I Google it that night. It shows. Then the following day, when I tried to screenshot it, it disappeared in Google. But I check it on the AI and I screenshot it, right? The guy, what he says about that, I understand, you know, because I use that to put two and two together to understand more broader, you know. You find out that there are some Africans who according to him, he called them nomadics, who invaded Africa, who are the major slave traders, and they sold more of the Bantus. And he included Yorubas, the Fulanese, and other people are the nomadics. And you find out these people, their concepts are almost the same with even the Caucasian, that conservative concept. And when you look at the Bantus, they still have that kind of liberal concept, which make them fall prey of strangers who comes to their land. And that's the same thing we are suffering. Our too open-minded, which is not even, religion started just 200 years ago, but slavery was 16th century. So we have started even falling victims of strangers, you know, compared to when the religion came in 18th century. So we have been having this attitude. If it's you call it Abakwomi or Aboki attitude. That's the major problem we have. That's Abakwomi attitude that is in us. Maybe it's based on our culture, you know, and that's where I can say that is, to me, is even more major issues. Because tomorrow, if we move to our tradition, you see people will recreate it in a negative way, and we all gonna buy it. Okay. Even Islam come tomorrow, we see us gonna buy it. Because this kind of, you know, nature we have, which I believe is based on our traditions and cultures, that is so liberal. Thank you very much.
Okay, Mazi, just stay on. Let me address some of the issues you raised. You are right in one way, but you are making it sound as if Africans or our people, let me start or use our people as example, that we didn't resist anything. Let me tell you, in the case of slave trading that started 15th, 16th century in our land, these people came. Remember, they came from far away. Somebody that came, they came for business. They brought goods that we never had, and they were taking goods also that they didn't have. Remember, we gave Europeans soap. Africa invented soap before they don't wash, for your information. Now, they were doing business with our ancestors. You know, when you have people that comes into your land bringing goods, all types of goods, they are spying. They have advantage. They are spying your land. They are studying your people. Our people, yes, that open-mindedness that it is purely business. They come, we do trade by barter, they buy whatever they want to buy. We also buy from them. You know, they have advantage because they are seeing our land. We are not seeing their land. So, they organize in their own land. You know, I have said it here several times that the first slave trading venture started in the borders of Mauritania, today's Mauritania. They ventured, their Portuguese. Now, when our people, when they started seeing changes, you know, when history is being thought about or written, it doesn't go into details. Talk less of when foreigners write our own history. For your information, many of our people resisted them when they noticed the changes. The same thing happened in Japan. Japan welcomed them. Till more than 50 years, they started converting. Is another king, even in Japan, the European missionaries, in doing business with Japan, they converted many kings, even many lower kings. They established, before a few years, they have established more than 15,000 churches in Japan. It is one king that saved them, which they use part of his name, Tokyo, today. When he entered, he saw that, look, that if care is not taken, these people, because you know these people, they will come little by little. You will not know that many will go you. It needs an eagle eye to know. Let me give you an example. Mazi, I don't know. I think you are still there. You are hearing me, right?
Yeah, I'm still there.
Okay. Let me give you an example what is happening in our own presence today. Don't you see how they are colonizing us through Islamization? It's everywhere. Mazi, are you going to tell me that there is no resistance? Everywhere. Don't we talk about people that we are houses that we are mistakenly lynched today? Is it not part of resistance? But let me tell you something. If Fulani successfully colonize everybody in the south, and they are in charge of writing history, in the next 200 years, they will write history in a way that there is nothing like, even ESA, no resistance, nothing. These people, they just came, and they will blame our people that even it's our people that collaborated with them. But is that true to our reality today? Mazi, I want you to understand where I'm heading. When you put it like this, the way you put it, you are not telling our, you are just blaming our own ancestors directly, that they didn't do anything. The same way, if we fail today, people in the next 100 years, 200 years, we think that no resistance, that they just came and even our people collaborated, because that is the way they will put it in history, because they are in charge. They will be in charge at that time. The same way Britain was in charge. They didn't tell people that, look, they resisted. There were people that resisted, and they cornered them, they killed them, chop off their necks. Many of the heads of our resistors, people that resisted, our ancestors today, are in European capitals, in museums, secret museums, even in the Vatican City today. I am telling you, preserved. These are people resisted, that these people, they cannot take our land. It was never an easy journey for the Europeans. Never. Any person that is telling you that, oh, it is our people that could, no. But because they have more firepower, that is the thing. You know what helped Japan? What helped Japan? They fought. But what helped them is this. They voted in the parliament, I think Portuguese parliament, or I think Roman parliament, that they should not support is it the Jesuits? Yes, the Jesuits against the Japanese kings. He said they should take it diplomatically without fighting back. Because there was a city already, a region or a prefecture already in Japan that was Christianized. The king was a Christian, so he was fighting under European banner. It happened everywhere. But one of the main laws they have, or they had, the Europeans, they didn't vote for complete invasion of Japan. The Romans, I mean the church, they said no. It will backfire. Let us allow them so that we will get them one after. We will use diplomacy and still enter. And that Japanese traitor that was Christianized, like King Vemba, he sought for European help to find it, or nothing. They didn't give it to him. That's why they overran him. That is the luck he have. So if we are talking the history we are reading today, the way their stories are going, because we are reading the history as written from our conquerors, so they will write it the way that it will favor them. Blame it on all that we didn't even resist, but it is life from the pit of hell. We gave them, our people gave them hell. But before it is that they were overpowered. Are you hearing me? They were completely overrun. Yes, we have open mind to doing business, and we will never also forget the fact that, you know, once all these people, when you see foreigners doing business, there are collaborators that are making money with them or on their behalf also. The speculators, speculators, yes. Middlemen. If they want to buy, for example, if they want to buy red oil, these are the middlemen that will come. If the red oil is one pound, they will say it's £2. Or they will lower the price on your behalf. Now tell the white people higher. So they are making money. So as they are, anything the Europeans are bringing, these people, these middlemen, will be giving them secrets and accepting, and they will be empowering them. Do you see? So it is natural. They overcame us. That is the thing. It is not that we just sit down, our ancestors sat down without doing nothing. If not, how did the Kumeke warriors fought for 31 good years? How? So that is what you should understand. That is why whenever, like for example, you see this importation, let's say from China, our people are importing, they are making money. Do you know that if now they start putting heavy tariff on importation in order to improve locally made, do you know that these importers will riot? Because they are doing it because they are making a hell of money, but they are doing it against our collective interests. But they don't know. They will tell you they are protecting their interests. They are importing. They want the Chinese goods to be coming because they are go between. They are speculators. They are middlemen. So it's killing our local industry. If, for example, Nigeria is a government that say, okay, let us ban a bit or by raising taxes to this importation, these importers will riot, say no, because it will not favor them. That is how many things that happen. It has many details. It's not as simple as we are saying it. Say no, they just came, they overrun. No, the Europeans, they fought every inch they occupied in our land. They fought. Our people resisted them. I'm telling you, I can assure you. The same way we are. Don't you see that they are converting our people? In Enugu, in Ebonyi, in Imo, to Islam. They are doing it everywhere. They are giving them leverages. They are giving, if you maybe you go to NYSC in Kano, they'll promise you if you convert, you get a good job. It's also intimidation. It's part of the war, and the person will see, if you don't accept, oh boy, he will go and start lining up, or maybe start pushing wheelbarrow. So he will accept, because that is the only option. These are part of the things that they use. We should take into consideration all these type of things, so that we don't condemn that, oh no, we are too bad, that we accepted everything. No, Mazi, it is happening in our presence. With this, you learn what happened at that time. These are Fulani. They are giving, look at how they can bribe put him in a position so that he will protect their interests. The same thing the colonizers did that time. They will impose somebody and protect him with military, and anything he will be killing others. It is everywhere, Mazi. And our people, we are resisting. Aren't we resisting in Imo? Aren't we resisting in Biafra land? In different ways. That's what happened that time, Mazi. Thank you very much. I don't know whether you have anything to say.
Yeah, Mazi. Yeah, there's one or two areas I want to point some out.
Go on.
Yeah, what you said, yes, I agree with you, but what the area I feel a bit concerned is, after what they did within 16th centuries, in the 18th century and 19th century, we still accept the religion of people after what they did. And currently now, after what they did, even in the 18th centuries and the 15th and 16th century, you see some of us still fighting to hold, knowing fully well, look at the problem, and they created the problem, but they are still holding the Nigeria, which is the problem they created. Even in our own midst, in our own IPOB, most of us who know a lot, historical, and what, the problem, are still holding the same concept, religious concept. So you find out that it's something not only about the religion, it's got to do with something more beyond that. We know Nigeria is a problem, but you see a lot of us still shouting one Nigeria, holding it. And they're thinking some sort of miracle will happen where there's no history of Nigeria ever conducting free and fair election since 1999 till date, but they still have this thing in their head. Okay, let's look at the other Asian countries. They were colonized, but they rejected most of this.
Can I say something there before you also continue? Sorry. That is why awareness, awareness is very important. Awareness is very, very important for people to remove ignorance.
Hello?
Yes, I'm hearing you, Mazi. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So that is where awareness come in. Because many things that is happening, why many of our people are following the wrong side, is lack of awareness, is ignorance. And also greed, because some of our people feel that if I enter into, say, I'm following to fight this and that, my business can collapse. I am doing well, at least individually, in Kano, in Lagos. I am selling my goods. I have shops in Kaduna. There are many things, organizing a front, organizing a people for a common front, Mazi, is not easy. This thing you see, what happened to us is a process. That is why I say our people are primitive. That word is very deep when you go into it. Because, civilization is about sacrifice also. When you can sacrifice for something you particularly might not gain, it's not easy. Maybe you sacrifice for future generations. It might not have benefit on your own time, but you work together, you contribute to your quota, so that future generations will live good. It's not easy. It's not everybody that have that awareness of sacrifice to do that kind. You enter that kind of thing. No, it's not. When you look at like from transatlantic slavery. You know that they weakened us through slavery. They captured and sold many of our genus professionals, blacksmiths, many of our youths, because they don't take old men and women. No, they take mostly the youths and children. So when you take how many millions from a place, from a nation, you weaken them. They are weakened. Now they came back with religion. You know, that is final sedation, the final slap, so that the final shut up, so that they colonize us mentally, so that all those things they did to us as slave traders, as buyers, now we forgive them, we forget and see them as saviors. You know, this is a sequential approach of colonization. Before pure colonization came, they sent these missionaries that will soften us, make us to forgive and forget what happened. That no, it is not their fault to buy us as farm animals, to kill us. That they came to save us. So once we have they softened us through religion, now they came physical colonization to colonize us, so that we will no longer make noise. It's just like when you want to kill a goat, you give him a sedation so that he will not feel too much the pain. He will fall. Now you do to him or do to it as you want. That is what happened to us. The sequence of catastrophic tragedy that happened to us is like that. These people planned it. Imagine the moving 70-something million people from mostly part of Africa, youths and children. Imagine, just like we are crying in our villages today, going from our villages, only old men and women, few youths. Any push like that, if not that our people are still inside, cities are not far from our villages, anything, it can fall, because no person to fight. That is what they did to us during slave trading. The youth, because a nation is their youth. The engine of a nation is their youth, because it's their youth. Anything that happens, it's youth that will come out to fight. Ukraine today is their youth that are fighting. That is the thing. They don't go to the old men and women. No. They are spent, or just like spent force is the youth. So, but they took all these people away from us, made us weak. Now they brought a savior, came in the name of missionaries, with also hard force and soft, hard and soft force. Anyhow, so these are the sequences of the tragedies that happened to us. It was not easy, Mazi. I don't know whether you want to continue and conclude, please.
No, let me leave it now. Let's other people continue.
Mazi. Thank you. I enjoy your this thing, I'm telling you. Caller on WhatsApp, you'll be the last caller, please. Caller on WhatsApp, please go. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Please go. Caller on WhatsApp, you have been waiting, you are not talking. There, please.
My name is Collins. I'm calling from my location.
There.
Mazi Jonathan, I want to greet my leader, Mazi Namdekanu, because he's the only man that let us to know that now never was I could 20 now we get a program. Mazi Jonathan, actually, that you yourself have written your name in a gold. Because in the emotion, any other place we get to listen to another thing, and now we're a programming station every now the whole part of Ali Bonine. Because all we go to that another aspect place that they can listen to another thing. I think so that now I do that. But Jonathan, he got that even na mmadụ ga-aga na Catholic Church a na-ekwu ya na ihe niile onye a nọrọ onye a ọkwa ego, even the men in Catholic Church self buy bulletin ma abịa na church. But ndị be anyị amaghị that na the only thing, even mgbe abịaba anyị supersede the program our people in a such extent na ya ga-enwe any other place that will get access to what is happening. But I thank God for Mazi Nandikalo, because more would do that. Ndị be anyị enwere ebe ọzọ ha na-ege ihụkwa onye na-ege redio news asọ pepa nke azụ echi, but na the same thing a na-ekwute aka ga-agwa gị tomorrow. They don't talk and ndị be anyị nwee access any other place to listen on what is happening. Nke wee eziokwu ha ga-agwa gị, because Mazi even Catholic Church program ihe a gụrụ na Sunday Mass taa ka a ga-agụkwa 29th of this month last year. A program in such a way that na Bible guys have wedding you buy bulletin if you come, you buy sacramentals, you buy a magazine. Even in this church are not any they will buy everything, buy all this before you get even more than a kg from Bedia. But Mazi Jonathan, I'm not going to buy it to because all that when Balo in America 1967 or 1997, no we actually I know your name. Blame one and but this era now, everybody is supposed to come up because everybody is supposed to come up. The only assessment when after this 1967, 1961 Nollywood, and the knowledge Nollywood, whether the see that the church only Bible they making emotions. When the bank camera that now we don't have any other thing to say apart from that one. How can I see little too? I'm just saying to our people because all this testimony in the last no Igbo was in a lion uburi and azuga every do that. Our people said na kawa. But about with the church. But we believe that Nigerian and Jonah Nima for 3 days Gani in Vega boy. But you can't believe that Nana Lion, as far as you believe this one, the Bible, we will believe everything. Because you cannot tell me, say, I believe on my father. Because I know my father. How will you tell me that I believe? I know my father. I cannot believe on my father. I cannot believe on something that I know. So my sister, I make a lunu. All the whole IPOBs. And did I make a because go on a weekend because this era IPOB generation doesn't get Biafra. Ọ ga-arakwa anya ahụ because ihe ga-agwa m ihe m ga-ezi ezi nwanne m aga m ezi enyi m ezi. So as my everybody should just come and rise up because ndị be anyị the thing they know is the access on the way they are going in and coming back. Enwere ndị nọ obodo ha nọ na ihe ma ha ga-ahịa alọta na ya dị ha gaa church come back. That is the only thing they know. Onwe ihe ọzọ ha ma just their environment only. But all we go to onye aha ka yo chete that enwere ihe na-emetụ mmadụ n'ihe. Imagine that no be na mmadụ asị that na onye ahụ na no naanị ya ma fọrọ n'ime moto ahụ yo si Chineke thank God for say I survive. But another 18 or 19 people died there. So ndị ahụ nwụsịrị na I can take you to the Satan or here for the devil. But you will only survive and God save you. In your mind, I see no chuku, but in culture, may I know who chukumere. Mazi Jonathan, nature we believe, we all we hear, I believe, because you cannot tell me that now you're in you cannot go down. Even the gun itself, without a gun, will make you to be loyal because for your mind, you think that your life depends on me. But in the Bible, believe that how can you kill my father and you will tell me that I will go to somebody and somebody will give me prayer and they assume that my sins have been forgiven for killing your father. That you tell me to forgive me for you to kill my father. How is that possible? Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, I'll make a lunu, can make a guru. My name is Colin Sassim. I need to put up. Let us just reason. Mazi Nandikalo, you give us ability to reason. These people dictate for us not to reason with our brain. But I thank God for Radio Biafra, sir, because Nigeria station and the television is a program. From morning to night, I know what they will do. And you cannot change this because it's a personal interest. Me NTA, a programmed Nigeria television. If you don't listen to that one, you listen to another one that is also programmed with money and the influence and everything. You know, because of Radio Biafra. I pity those people that is listening to Radio Biafra and is not doing anything about it, because that day you will know that nature is nature and you cannot cheat nature. It is a way to nature will hit you one day and you will know that this thing I do all by selfish interest. Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, good evening for you.
There were.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And this is where I'm going to switch up the phones. Please don't. Biafrans are lovers of freedom. Why we always talk about the issue of religion is the way our people are mentally colonized is alarming. It's completely alarming. I am telling you. There is so one of our brothers that made video Obako Omada, which is going viral on social media. How they treated an issue, a woman, a wife that didn't care. What he cares is going church from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. His children are unkempt. He doesn't care for the husband. What matters to her is the pastor, the church. All these things shows that, look, we are making headway. Because could you imagine 20 years ago, can we be talking like this? The answer is no. It shows you that there is something on the air. A time comes, you question. I believe, do you see what they say end time? End time in the Bible, in Christianity. It is end of their time. Their time will never end. This world, it doesn't end. But it is the end of their era. And let me tell you, the Freemasonry Lodge that is in charge of this world, they know. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you. Have you ever seen, I don't know why my microphone. Have you ever seen in a country where there are Christians and other faiths that are having issues? Maybe Christians are being persecuted and they arm Christians in order to fight. Maybe the West that brought Christianity armed the Christians. Have you ever seen them? Make your researches, because I ask something that is practical. I never see. If you have seen, you maybe arm them, say, oh yeah, go and fight, physical fight to liberate yourself. Although they supported them to fight. No. Biafran war, they give us normally, if you are going on religious sentiments, we have the same faith, but they were completely against us. They supported non-Christians against us. They armed them to kill us. Not only killing us, to annihilate us from the face of the earth. In Cote d'Ivoire, during the problem of Laurent Gbagbo, he's a Christian. The Christian is east south against the northern Muslim, that is Ouattara, that is today. They supported France supported the Muslim against Christians. But look at in Myanmar, which you call Burma, the Rohingya Muslims, that we are very few. When few years back, when they said that they were persecuted, all hell broke loose everywhere in the world. They armed them. Today they arm them. They arm them to fight to liberate themselves. Can't you think why is it so? Because they know that this religion, the end time is coming. The end. That is what they write as end time, and people don't know the secret meaning. It is the end of the religion. Are you hearing me? It will be overrun. That is the end time. When they tell you, when you hear end time, it's not the end of the world. No. Because they know the Freemasons, that the wise people that set up this, they know that, because they cannot arm you now. Something that is dying, that is programmed to die at this time, they cannot arm you as in order to defend that thing. The time of using it has gone. So they are using other things. Don't you ask yourself why? Why? What they do is highest they will come and count, do statistics, how many Christians being killed. We urge the Nigerian government to take care of, investigate about the killings of Christians. Finish. But if it is the other one, hey, it will go beyond that. Everywhere, not only in Nigeria, every other place, they support the other side. I bet you to research why. Why do they do that? Why is it so? Because they want you to act like that chicken, that lamb you are being called a sheep. A sheep is meant for slaughter. It's true. So that in the program, you must be that. They must slaughter you. You must be shouting. You must be lamenting. And they will come to tell you that, look, look at Deborah Samuel. They lynched, they burned her alive on camera. What happened? Highest thing, they came, they picked the family, the mother and the siblings, take them to, I think, Canada or America, to give them personal private life so that they forget. Imagine that it is another religion that they born and this like that. It will stir up something bigger. It is not about giving that particular family a good life, solving only their problem in order to recompense them, so that they will be living good life and forget about their daughter that have died. They say that one is a sacrifice. It's because of a sacrifice that you people are living good. So they forget, because they know that you are a sheep. Sheep do meh. You give him foliage, he will eat and forget and be happy, because you don't need anything more, only that food, only your personal aggrandizement. That is how you are programmed to be, because you are only fighting for your selfish interest. That is how the religion put you to be. Fight for your selfish interest. Also individual, so don't care about your brother. Others, you are in a car, it has an accident, out of the 10 people, 9 died and you are alive. You go and give testimony, because it's selfishness. It promotes selfishness. You know that, oh, others died, I thank God that I'm alive. Oh, you do testimony, do heavy, cook, chop, go sow seed for what God has done for you. So with this type of mindset, how do you think that you can contribute in order to develop as a community? How? Tell me. This is only what we preach, so that the brains of our people will be opened. That place they tell you don't go is anathema. That place they tell you is abomination. If you say it, if you ask questions, you are asking, you are challenging God. I tell you, it's a program, is not true. It's just the same way you write a program for computer, to direct computer the structure, what he have to obey. Give him a command to obey. That is the same thing. He will not obey. He will not go beyond what you give to him. What you give to him. That is what they do, so that you don't ask questions, so that you don't go beyond. Otherwise, you become wise. The same way the Bible, God told Adam, say, if you eat these fruits, you will die. To put fear, so that he will not be wise, he will be zombie. A zombie. You know, he will not know anything good and evil. He will just be behaving like a baby he is. That is how they want to program you to be, so that they care for. As this man have died, this our brother died out of religious stupidity. He believes he's a good believer. I call him a very good believer, because you believe. He's a believer, they call them. Me, that I'm an unbeliever, I don't believe, so I'm proudly an unbeliever. But the believer, he have died, and the same people will come and blame him that his faith is not so strong. Do you see how religion, it can mess up with your life? And even after you're dead, they don't take responsibility. It makes you responsible. I said it before. Religion makes you irresponsible. Something good, you have to take glory that will encourage you so that you do more. You say, no, now Jesus did it. Man give medicine, doctor give medicine, but God heals. Who tell you that? Now, when something bad happens, you say it's Satan. No responsibility. So we are just a shell, human shell, nothing, no brain. It is something that is working inside you. Maybe good enter, angel enter, walk through you to do good. After it come out, Satan enter, walk through you, use you as a shell. You are nothing. You are just a zombie. He use you to commit evil and go, and your eye will open. You say, no, no be me do, I'm not Satan. Now, how do we now have government? How do we now have judges to judge people? They say, no, it's not me, it's Satan that did it. So I didn't know what happened. They charmed me. So it's Satan that worked that time. When you start believing all this, we are gone as a people. We cannot build a vibrant nation, because we will continue moving in mumbo jumbo superstitious characters that we are trying to remove. That is the only thing you need to modify. As I said before, that the American founding fathers, yes, they were believers, but they modified their belief in order to face what is facing them. They modified their belief by proclaiming that we believe that we have the capacity of God in us. Not we are children of God, we want to call God to do it for us. You say, no, we have the capacity of God in us. It's a belief modified. But when you believe, your belief is that you call upon God, you pray. You pray morning, pray afternoon. You are praying to, which means you are nothing. You as a human being, your brain is nothing. The natural brain that you are carrying is nothing. Do you now see the reason why Mazi Namdekanu say that we are fighting against the stupidity of black race? Because that is what keeps us where we are. They now use religion to cuckoo downgrade everything, so that I got raw in stupidity. I was watching documentary of the arsenal, of the very devastative nuclear arsenal, highly nuclear arsenal of America and Russia, mostly. And I start asking myself, I say, where are we in this? Where is Africa in this? In this line? We are nothing. All that we buy food, we work, we get money, we buy food, we are able to feed ourselves, build a house, and live fine. And when death comes, we don't think of tomorrow. Are you hearing me? We don't think of improving science. We don't think all that matters to African, like Tinubu, all of them is looting money. Look at how they dash 5,000 in a Nigerian chamber Senate. Just a Salah gesture, as they say. That's them, 109 senators, $5,000. Whereas the people in Nigeria, there are people that cannot even feed. They don't there is nothing like science, promotion of science. They promote stupidity. They use musicians that are naked on the pulpit in order to promote it, in order to do campaign. No promotion of science and technology in our land. And listen, you say that we come into this world with other people. We are simple spectators. That is why we need Biafra, where we can walk, we can beat our chest and say, look, let us go to work. We have the capacity of God in us in order to build the type of city, the type of country we want. We can do it. It doesn't matter the suffering. We did it. We will do it. But with religious mentality, no, well, that's why I say we need to modify our belief system. That God we are calling is, we have the capacity, we can do it. Now we take the bull by the horn and continue doing things to the marvel of others. This is where I'm going to stop. Biafra remains who we are. Biafra remains our ideology. Biafra is our religion. And we must continue in making sure that this restoration effort continues. Our people in the north should be careful, because whatever happens now, what happens in Edo, they will now rate it as Igbos. Do you see that? That is why when we talk, when I talk, I say the primitivity of our people. When I say our people, southerners in equatorial forest is too bad. These people, they call themselves North. Why not call yourself South and unite with common purpose? No. Igbo man say, Igbo man do, bring Igbo man. The Sahelians are using you in order to torment your own brother, the people that can lead revolution. You heard yesterday, I played it. Tanko Yakasi, he said that the Northerners, they can never compete. They are not competitive. They cannot even compete with Igbos. They can never try it. Because there is no, you cannot compare, there is no Igbo. Is it in education? Is it in business? Is it in sports? So they give up. They cannot. That it is the Yorubas that are bringing Igbos down. So, but these are the people that they will go at the back and start continue steering. Telling the Yorubas now, Kwanye can say, hey, you people don't allow Igbo to do this. They use them, but on the open they will come and say, Yoruba is your problem. That is, they are jamming us together to their own interest, so that we can never jointly join hands together to liberate ourselves or to fight them. Instead, we continue fighting ourselves. That is what they want. So, a word is sufficient for a wise. As I said, we must continue. And I thank Italy mostly for holding their gathering successfully today. And we saw what happened. Our law was there with members of the DOS. So thank you very much. Biafra, we must continue preaching this gospel, because there is no going back. There is no back to go to, honestly speaking. No back. We don't have any back to go to. That is it. How about you go bridge? Thank you for listening. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, it is simply good evening.